Have you ever walked away only to realize they don't seem to miss you? The silence hurts, but here's the truth. Their indifference is not the end, it's your opportunity. Let me reveal the seductive psychology behind why your distance isn't working yet, and how to truly make them feel your absence. Stop giving subtle signs that you're still available. Every small action you think is harmless, like a casual, "How are you?" text, reacting to their posts, or even watching their stories, is sending a message that you're still emotionally invested. It's like handing them a roadmap to your feelings, and that keeps the dynamic in their favor. These gestures, which you may consider minor, reinforce their belief that you're still there, waiting for them, no matter how much space you claim to have taken. It's time to put a stop to this. You need to step back entirely, leaving no crumbs for them to follow. When you stop reaching out, liking their posts, or subtly signaling your presence, it creates uncertainty in their mind. They start wondering what's changed. Why aren't you responding like you used to? That silence becomes louder than any words you could have spoken. This lack of contact flips the script. It makes them feel the absence they've been taking for granted. Without those small, reassuring cues, they no longer feel the comfort of knowing you're always an option. Instead, they're left to ponder whether you've moved on, whether you've taken their key away. Now, let's move to the next point. Embodying the energy of someone who is moving forward. This is not about faking it or trying to make them jealous. It's about genuinely redirecting your focus to yourself. Start exploring new hobbies, meeting new people, and sharing your growth. Not to prove anything to them, but because it's the healthiest thing for you. When you genuinely invest in your happiness, it shines through. People can sense when someone is thriving, and that energy is magnetic. You don't need to post about your transformation constantly, but a few glimpses into your renewed life can work wonders. Share a photo of a new place you visited, talk about an exciting project you're working on, or simply let your joy radiate through the little things you do. This isn't about seeking their attention. It's about living authentically. The moment they see that you're not dwelling on the past but embracing your present, the dynamic begins to shift. You're no longer the person stuck in the cycle of hoping for their return. You've become someone they might fear losing forever. The third point is critical. Don't react to their breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are those small, seemingly innocent gestures they make to test the waters. A casual, "Hey, how are you?" message. A comment on an old photo, a like on your latest post. These actions are not signs of deep longing or regret. They're merely attempts to see if they still have access to you. They're checking if the key to you is still in their pocket. When you respond to these breadcrumbs with enthusiasm, you reinforce the dynamic they're comfortable with. They think, I still have them right where I want them. Instead, you need to neutralize your reactions. If you feel compelled to respond, keep it polite but distant. A simple, "I'm doing well, thanks," can communicate that you're not clinging to the past. Better yet, don't respond at all. Let them sit with the uncertainty. Let them wonder why you're no longer jumping at the chance to engage. The silence will speak volumes. Now let's talk about consistency. These changes in your behavior can't be one-off decisions. You must maintain them over time. Consistency is what solidifies the new narrative you're creating. If you slip up, if you reach out, respond emotionally, or engage in the same patterns as before, you'll undo the progress you've made. The goal is to rewrite the story they have about you, and that requires patience and discipline. Consistency also extends to how you present yourself to the world. It's not enough to act strong and independent in one moment, only to crumble the next time they reach out. You need to embody this new energy fully. This might mean taking time to reflect on what you truly want, not just from them, but from your life as a whole. When you have clarity about your goals and values, it becomes easier to stay the course. You're no longer acting out of a need for validation, but from a place of self-respect and confidence. As you implement these changes, it's important to remember that this process isn't just about them. It's about you reclaiming your power and realigning your priorities. Too often, we place our happiness and self-worth in someone else's hands, waiting for their approval or attention to feel whole. This mindset not only diminishes our value, but also gives them control over our emotions. By shifting your focus back to yourself, you're taking that control back. Self-care plays a crucial role in this transformation. This isn't just about spa days or retail therapy, although those can be part of it. Real self-care is about addressing the emotional wounds that keep you tethered to this person. It's about understanding why their validation feels so necessary and working to fill that void within yourself. Therapy, journaling, meditation, whatever tools help you heal are worth exploring. When you nurture your emotional well-being, you become less reliant on their attention to feel good about yourself. Another vital aspect of self-care is setting boundaries. Boundaries are not about punishing the other person or playing games. They're about protecting your peace. If this person tries to reinsert themselves into your life in a way that disrupts your growth, you need to be prepared to say no. Boundaries communicate that you value yourself enough not to settle for less than you deserve. They show that your time and energy are precious and won't be wasted on someone who doesn't fully appreciate them. Now let's explore the power of time. Time is one of the most underappreciated tools in this process. When you allow time to pass without reaching out or engaging, you create a vacuum where they once had easy access to you. This vacuum is what makes them start to feel your absence. But more importantly, time gives you the space to grow and heal. It allows you to rediscover who you are outside of this relationship and what truly makes you happy. During this period, it's essential to resist the urge to check on them. Don't stalk their social media, don't ask mutual friends about them, and don't dwell on what they might be thinking or feeling. This only keeps you stuck in the psyching their validation. Instead, use this time to focus on your goals, passions, and relationships that bring you joy. The more you invest in yourself, the less their opinion of you will matter. This leads us to the final, most transformative point: acceptance. Accepting that you can't control their feelings or actions is liberating. It frees you from the constant need to analyze their behavior and predict their next move. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up on the possibility of reconciliation. It means releasing the attachment to the outcome. When you let go of the need for them to miss you or come back, you reclaim your emotional freedom. Acceptance also allows you to see the situation for what it truly is. Maybe they don't miss you because they never truly valued what you brought to the table. Maybe their silence is a reflection of their own emotional limitations, not your worth. Whatever the reason, accepting it gives you the clarity and strength to move forward. You deserve someone who recognizes your value without needing to lose you first. As you embrace acceptance, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. You'll stop measuring your worth by their response and start valuing yourself for who you are. This shift is the ultimate power move. It signals to the world and to them that you're no longer waiting for their approval. You've moved on, and your energy is now focused on creating a life that fulfills you. By implementing these strategies, cutting off subtle signs of availability, embodying growth, ignoring breadcrumbs, maintaining consistency, practicing self-care, setting boundaries, allowing time to work its magic, and embracing acceptance, you not only shift the dynamic with them, but also transform your relationship with yourself. This journey is about more than making them miss you. It's about rediscovering your own strength and reclaiming your power. And here's the most surprising part. When you truly let go, that's often when they start to feel your absence most profoundly. But by then, you may realize that you no longer need their validation. You've become the best version of yourself. And that's the greatest victory of all.